Hey guys, what's up? Jason's here. Today we're going to talk about something totally new which can change your mind, which is called Yeastar Remote Management. Well, before we're talking about the remote management, I would like to ask you guys to think about one question. How would you do when you have the technical issue, when you need a tech support, how would you handle that kind of issue? Well, the answer is actually very simple, right? Normally, we will need two types of solution for that kind of issue. Now, the first solution will be we just start a phone call, ask the technicians come to our office and have this kind of face-to-face communication to do that troubleshooting, right? So that will be the traditional way. It will probably spend a lot of time, and of course, you have to make sure the technicians are in your office to do that kind of modifications or troubleshooting, whatever. And the second solution for that issue will probably be the remote management, the remote control. I mean the traditional way for remote control. And as we know, the traditional way for remote control is not very easy, right? We have to do a lot of complex work like port forwarding, the port mapping. Anyway, just complicated settings, configurations to be as the preparation work. And after that, we can start this remote control. So in other words, it's not so easy to do that, and also the security will probably be a trouble, will probably be an issue, right? So today, we're going to talk about something totally new which can completely change your mind, the Yeastar Remote Management. Let's have a check. How are we going to make use of this platform? Now, first of all, we're going to need to check the channel. How are we going to access in this platform? As you can see here, this is the web page of our Yeastar website, right? So the accessing port is actually very easy to find. You can just click on this partners, and here we get a partner portal, so you can go accessing the remote management platform through this partner portal. That will be very easy for you guys. And I think some of you guys may probably very familiar with this partner portal, but still some people, they have no idea about this partner portal because they're not a partner already. So don't worry about it. You can just click on the first line, which will be the become a partner. You can click here, and the web page will transfer to this one, okay? And this is going to be the web page for you to submit your application to be as one of our partners. It's going to be very easy, just take you a few minutes, and you can finish this form and submit your application. So about the details information, you guys can just contact with our sales representative to get the more details information. All right. So this is going to be very easy, and I think it's very useful and very helpful for you guys to be one of our partners. Okay. Now, get back to partners. So we're going to access in the partner portal, of course. And like I've mentioned, some of you guys are very familiar with this partner portal. So definitely we need to log in the system, right? So I will click on log in and use my Yeastar ID. And I will use my Gmail to be as this Yeastar ID. And let's have a check. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. And also your password. So normally when you have this Yeastar ID, when you get this Yeastar ID from us, you will also have your password, you will have the account information. So keep that in your mind, and you can access in the Yeastar Partner Portal. So here is the portal specifically designed for our partners. See here, the right side corner, this is going to be an online chat panel. If you have some technical issue or you want to get some information, you could just submit your information, submit your question right over here. It's very flexible for you guys. Because this is the Python portal, so it's very important for our partners, and which means you can directly access our tech support, our service from through this portal directly. It's very easy for you guys. All right. And the partner portal is designed for the partner, of course, so you can download some marketing resources, or if you're interested in our training or our certified test, so you can get information from Yeastar Academy and online webinar. And of course, very important thing here, if you have tech issues, so you can just click on support portal, accessing our support team directly. You can actually submit your ticket from our website. That's also available, but this partner portal is specifically designed for partners. It's gonna be very easy, make everything becoming so easy, just like this. And of course, you can also check your personal, your private information, something like your certification status. So those kind of information, you can also get it from here, the lookup. All right, the last one, point of the point for today's topic will be remote management. Click on it. This is a totally new feature on this partner portal, all right? And you will figure that when I click on this remote management, the web page will automatically transfer to this. All right, this is going to be the platform for this remote management. Here we go. Have a check here on the right side. This is going to be our account information. So currently I'm using my Gmail account to accessing the partner portal. So of course, here we'll mention my account information. And as for the account information, the details information, click on settings. Here you will have what you want. See, this is your private information, your name, your email address, and your role, currently your role in this platform. So we are the partner, right? We're accessing the system by partner portal. So here, our identity is the partner. And the point here is, by system default, we will have one device. We will have the authority for manage one device. This is going to be remote management. So we can remote manage one device. You can have one S20, S50, or S300, whatever you want, but you can have one device to do this remote management. This is just a system default, And if you guys want to have something more, you want to have a large capacity for this part of management, is that okay? Yes, it's okay. It's totally available. So you guys can just contact with our sales representative to get the details information about this part of setting, about this managing manageable. All right, so you can see how many devices would you like to take for this part of management. That will totally be available for you guys. All right, and of course this is going to be the notification. So if we click send alarm to email, so if the system have something wrong, have some notifications, some alerts, it will automatically send information to our email right over here. And here is the user information. Let's click on user, have a check. So currently our identity is partner, right? So for user, that means we can create the new user behind us. Think about it. Our identity is partner. So who's going to behind us? Definitely will be the end user. So which we call it basic. And you can give a username and enter those details information like a contact number, the company name, the mailbox, and also the manageable device. So like how many devices would you like to do that part of management? And you can click on save and send activation email. So the email was sent to this person. Okay. And here we can also set the security. So the security is totally talking about our password of this remote management platform. We can change the password, of course. All right, here we go. Let's get to the first one, dashboard. And I'm going to explain everything in detail one by one, step by step. So the dashboard is kind of like your, it's just like the dashboard on your car when you drive, when you have a long road trip. That's just going to be the dashboard, right? You can get all the details, information, the status of every single part of this tool, of those devices. So like I've mentioned several times, this is going to be the remote management platform, which means this is the tool, this is the platform. And we're going to use this platform to do the remote management. But here comes the question. What kind of things are we going to manage, right? We're actually going to use this platform to remote manage those devices, those S-series PBX. See, the difference between the traditional remote control, the traditional remote management, and this remote management would be here. Let's have a check. The traditional way for remote management will be very complex, Now, first off, it's very complex. This is really complicated. You have to do the port forwarding on your devices, which means on your end users, on their side. You have to do the port forwarding, the port mapping, whatever. And simultaneously, you have to do that part of job on your side, because you're gonna be the server for your clients, right? So you need to do the port forwarding on your side. And after that, you guys may probably start this connection for each other, right? But have you ever think about the security issue? Because you're gonna use the open network, you're gonna use the public network for that kind of remote control. So it's a little bit risky, right? But here, this totally new remote management platform will be totally different, because you don't have to do the port forwarding, okay? You don't have to do that. You would just need to do the registration work. At the very beginning, when you sell those devices to your clients, you just register those devices on this platform first. And after that, this platform is always connected with those devices. Every single device is completely connected with this remote management platform. So if they have any kind of tech issue or troubleshooting, modification, whatever they want, you can just do those part of troubleshooting, modification through this platform to access their PBX directly. It's gonna be very easy. You don't have to do the complex network setting, and because this is registration on your platform directly, so the security is also, secured. This is also very good for the safety. It's not so risky, right? Because we're not gonna use the open network. We just expose everything to the public network. No, it's not like that. This is kind of like a private action, right? All right. Get back to the dashboard. So the dashboard, it will be the place for us to check all those devices and also the SIP trunk, the working status, like the physical lines, the SIP trunk working status, and also the device status, so you can have your general idea about those devices which are registered on this platform. And here, the first one is my device. Here just tells how many devices totally you have on this platform, and how many devices online, which device is out of service, and what kind of how many alarms do you have now. And on my right hand here, this is going to be the chart for us to get the details information about those abnormal devices, the offline devices, and online devices, and also the totally how many devices you have registered on this platform before. And of course, we can also check this include user device. If we check this include user device, and the chart will be a little bit changed, it will be a little bit different. So here the chart will tell you about the details information of your end users device's status. So in other words, you can register device on your platform directly, which means they're going to be your devices. And you can also set those users, right? Which means you can set different accounts for end users. They can also manage their own devices. So this is going to be the chart for you to check their own devices. Okay, and the third part will be recent alarms. So this is going to be very easy to understand. Just a list. If you have something wrong with your devices, with your system, your SIP trunk, it will tell you. It will just tell you what exactly happened there. And the last part is group. Well, think about it. This is remote management, right? So for you guys, probably you will need to do the maintenance job for the whole area, right? So take an example. Currently, me, Jason, I stay in China. So probably my identity is a big distributor in China. So I will need to do the manager job. I will need to do the maintenance for different cities in China, like Beijing, like Shanghai, like Guangzhou, whatever. So many tons of cities, tons of areas. I may get confused if I don't have a group. I totally get confused. What exactly is this device? Where is this device comes from? I have no idea. So I can create numerous groups for me to manage different devices from different areas or different cities. They're going to be very easy for this part of managing job. Okay, now let's keep going. The second part will be device. It's very important on this platform. Let's have a check. Now the first part will be my device. See, this is going to be the place for us to set those, to register those devices on this platform directly. And since my identity is just a partner, so my authorization is only one device. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this part of configuration. All right, let's keep going. So click on add. And here we will need to add a name of this device. And get to this device. See guys, currently I have a device which is Yeastar S300. And the IP address, I'm using the local network. So the IP address is actually 192.168.6.36. So let's call this device S300. And this is going to be 36. So I'm going to call this device like this. And the group, because I don't have group, I didn't create any group, so I just ignore it. And I'm gonna handle that issue maybe later. And let's see, verify serial number and MAC address, because you're gonna do the registration job. So how are you gonna registrate? How are you gonna identify that device on this platform? You will need the MAC address and the serial number. Get to the S300, accessing the GUI system. All right. That's exactly what we always do normally. Accessing the GUI system, and let's check the resource monitor. Here we have the MAC address, copy. All right, copy, and here paste it. Oops. Copy, and let's paste it. Here's something wrong. I will do it again. I will do it again through the resource monitor here directly. Let's see the MAC address. Anyway, first the serial number. Let's get the serial number, drop it here. And the network MAC address. Okay, here we go. Now click on add. Just a few seconds. The platform is trying to add in the device. Now here we go. We can just copy this code, or we can send code to email. It totally depends on you. All right. Now let's just copy the code. Okay. Now what we're going to do is, currently we've already created the account in the cloud in this platform, right? And now we will need to do the registration job. You know, kind of similar like when you try to register your IP phone on your PBX, right? So definitely you will need to do something on your device. Let's get to the PBX. S300, go for the settings. Here we go. This is going to be the remote management, as you can see here. Click on it. And we have different types to do that part of job. We can click by authentication code, which means this is going to be the code which we've already copied from the previous web page, all right? Or we can also use the Yeastar ID. So what is our Yeastar ID? Get back here. This is going to be your Yeastar ID, which is exactly your partner portal Yeastar ID. You can just use your Yeastar ID. For example, I can use this jasonnew527@gmail. And I'm going to use the password. That's also available. It totally depends on you. You can use your Yeastar ID, or you can use that authentication number. So click on confirm. And here we go. See, the status will be connected. So if we don't want it, we can click on disconnect. And now get back to the system. Let's have a check. All right, let's refresh it. See, now you can see, just wait a second. No, all right. Now you can see the status of this device. The status is working fine. It's working normally, right? And this is going to be the device name and the serial number, the model, right? And this is going to be the operation for this device. And get back to the dashboard. You can have the details information about the status. Let's have a check now. See, this is all device we have. We have one device, and we have this one is online currently. Okay. Now get back to device. Let's see this remote management. How are we going to make it work? It's really amazing. I mean, now this is going to be the operation. Let's see. If we don't want this device, we can just click on this, dustbin, drop it. Very easy, right? And here we can change the administration of this device. Click on it. So here you can select administrator. So currently I just have myself here. All right. You guys still remember in the settings we can create users, right? So here we can transfer the administration from myself to my end user. They're going to be available. I will show you guys later. Let's keep going. And the next one is the edit. So the edit is very normal. You can just change the name of this device or the group of the device, and other information are totally set, or has been set. You can't change it. And I'm gonna tell you guys the last one of the operation, which is so important, so amazing. See that Earth, this icon. Click on it, and here comes the pop-out. Please set up the timeout of visiting this device. So you can select how many hours or how many seconds or how many minutes would you like to access in this web GUI system of the S300. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, the remote management, the amazing remote management on this platform. Now, for example, I select 30 minutes and I click on visit. So the system will automatically generate one URL. It's automatically generate a link. Just wait a few seconds, you will have it. All right, now here I'm gonna accessing the GUI system firstly. I'm gonna log out and get back here. It will probably take a few seconds. I'm sorry here. All right, here we go. Now we have this visiting device. Now, first off, I'll have a check here. Now, I'm using the IP address accessing this S300 directly, right? But here, this is going to be the automatically generated link. Let's see what will happen here. Click on that link. You will see something so amazing because the web page will automatically transfer to this link, to this URL. And the amazing thing here is we've already accessing this S300. See, the difference here, this is directly access. You're going to use the IP address, right? So if you're trying to have the remote control, the traditional way for remote control, so here you will use the public IP address, which is port mapping, port forwarding, that IP address, right? But now we don't have to use any IP address because, when you use the IP address, it's not so secured. It's risky. But here, this is a random link. You have no idea what happened here. So this is totally secured, right? It's amazing. And here we will have this timer, just tells you your limitation for this kind of, for this time, the access is only 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, you will be kicked out and this link will be invalid. Now let's see what can we do here. Enter the username and password and go for the system directly. And this is going to be direct access. Let's do the same job. And I will show you guys the comparison here. See, there's no difference between each other. You can do whatever you want through this cloud, through this a remote management platform. It's totally same. The only difference is here we got a limitation. We have this timer to secure the system. Well, probably some of you guys may worry about, all right, so this is cool, right? This is really awesome. We can use the platform to accessing the device directly, but how can we make sure that no one gonna hack her in the PBX? Well, do you still remember when we try to access in this S300 GUI system, we need a username and password, right? So without username and password, you can't access in this S300. But here comes the question, how can you get this username and password? Definitely you will need a permission from this end user, right? Without permission of this end user, you can't get this username and password. So guys, don't worry about that. This is actually kind of like identification, the mutual identification, because when they are looking for help from your side, when they need troubleshooting from you, they just ask you to do this part of remote management, and you're gonna access in their system. So definitely you need to confirm with them about the password, about the username. Of course, they will offer you the details information here, the username, the password. Otherwise, how can you do the management job, right? So don't worry about that kind of issue. All right. So that's the reason why I call this Earth is magical Earth. It's really amazing. You just simply by your mouse clicking on that Earth icon, and after that you can do whatever you want, accessing that F300, right? So that means you don't have to use the traditional way for this kind of troubleshooting management. You don't have to do the face-to-face troubleshooting, right? You don't have to visit in their office, and also you guys don't have to do any kind of port forwarding, port mapping, those traditional remote control. No, you don't have to do that. Just simply by your mouse clicking through this platform, do whatever you want. Okay, and if you think this time is not enough for you, click on it, and here you can click on extend the time. For example, 30 minutes is not enough for troubleshooting, so we can just extend the time, like 1 hour or 2 hours, totally depends on us. All right, now keep going. Now the next one will be device group. So this is gonna be the place exactly where we can set the group. Have a check here. So for example, take an example here. I'm gonna create a group called Beijing and add it here. And this is gonna be the operation. Click on operation here and select the device. Okay, here we go. Select that device which you want, drop in this group. So, and click on it, confirm. You just click on save. Now, this device S336 are under this Beijing group. See, number of devices 1. Okay, and the next one is user device. Let's have a check about the user device. Now, talking about user device, definitely we need to create user first. So get to the settings. This is going to be the place for us to set users. We can create one user. Username, for example, give a AAA. And the company, just take an example, all right? ABC. Okay. Mobile number 123 4. Okay. And email will be 123@123.com. Anyway, I'm just showing you guys an example. Okay, manage devices, probably drop 1. And we can send the save and send the activation mail. That's gonna be okay. See here, just inform that the manageable device that you configure for this user has exceeded your remaining manageable device count. So if you wish to add more manageable devices, please contact your master user. Because, like I've mentioned before, my authority, I'm sorry guys, here, right here. My authority of this manageable devices is only 1 device, so I can't add something more. So that's the reason I can't add more device here. But anyway, it will be just like that for the configuration. Okay, so this part will be my device, the device side, and let's keep going. The second part, the next part, the alarm. So for alarm and this operation log is very easy to understand. Let's have a check one by one. For alarm, let's have a check. Now for alarm here, we can select alarm level. We can select all, major or minor. and also the alarm name. So this list is gonna be kind of like the searching machine. So you can start search to check what exactly happened there, and you can search by duration, by serial number if you have multiple devices in your system. And the next part here is alarm settings. This is gonna be the place for us to set the alarms, as you can see here. We have level is right on this side. The system automatically classify like major, like minor, so it's classified by system here. And we can start record. If we activate the record, for example, device disconnected has been recorded already. So if our device has been disconnected with the system, with the platform, so here in the alarm list, we will figure that information because it will record it here. All right, so that's gonna be the alarm settings. Let's have a check. Let's have a quick look about those alarms. We have system alarms, which is device disconnected, device deleted. So that's totally something about the system, about this remote management system. And also we have some information about the device, like physical damage, like a network failure, like memory overload. So all those items are completely concerned about our device's physical issue, physical status. All right, so this is going to be the alarm. Let's keep going. The last part, operation log. Click on it. See, operation log kind of, similar, same as your operation log on your S-Series PBX. I mean, on your S-Series PBX, normally when you have some kind of operation and maybe something wrong with your system, you just want to have a check about. You just want to check in your system what exactly happened there, what exactly happened before. If there's someone just messed up with the system before, so you want to check those kind of information. But for this remote management platform, this part of operation log is totally the same thing. All right, we can check the log type. See, we can check the log type. We can enter the IP address to check what exactly happened, who do those kind of things, who did that, and also the serial number to check exact device. And this list is going to tell us every single piece of your device status and also the operation. Okay, so this is going to be very easy to understand. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. So that was all for today's session. That was all for today's topic, this remote management platform. And I hope this video could help you guys well. And one more thing. If you guys are interested in more informative information from Yeastar team, please just subscribe our Yeastar channel on YouTube. All right, don't forget that. Subscribe our YouTube channel. You can find the update news, the update videos weekly. That will be really helpful, really amazing. So don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter to get some more update news for Yeastar. So they're going to be very helpful. Hopefully, those kind of information and also this video can help you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.